Heidi. So hopefully I look a little bit more put together today than my last video. I'm feeling so much better. Thank you all for your wonderful thoughts. I had a sinus infection and I think I had it even through the holidays. I tried to ignore it and I was taking ibuprofen pretty much every day, just trying to keep it at bay. And I felt like I was getting better while I was on my trip. But when I got home, my head was so full of pressure that I'm a sufferer of tremor jaw syndrome. And so I guess at night when I was hurting, I was clenching my jaw really, really tight. This side of my face swelled all up. I had a great big knot. They had to put me on muscle relaxers, which I'm still taking at night when I sleep because I was in a great deal of pain. But I'm feeling so much better. They put me on Claritin D, which, by the way, if you have any kind of sinus pressure, it is a miracle drug. However, I felt very loopy. That with the antibiotic, with the muscle relaxer, I felt like I was going on some kind of whirlwind trip for a couple of days. But I do feel better today. Today is Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. We are going to church today. We are going to be with our friends in service. Looking forward to going to church. I think it is very, very cold. This dress I have on, very cute, however, very, very thin, and it's cold today. So I think I'm probably going to go back upstairs and pull a little bit heavier of a coat to wear with this dress to church. Although I only have to go out, get in a car, and drive across the street from where I live. That's it to get to the church. This morning I have loaded the crock pot with some stew meat. I've seasoned it up. I added about, 3 cups of water to it, added some beef bouillon. When that gets done today, or should be done by the time I get home from church, I will add all my vegetables and we will have a good, yummy beef stew today because it is one of those cold days. We are supposed to get snow. However, I have not seen any snow flurries yet outside, but they are calling for it. I baked a low-fat, zero-sugar cake yesterday, a yellow cake mix, and I have made some vanilla pudding and some things, and I'm going to put that together with you guys and show you what I do to make a delicious dessert that I don't feel guilty for having a slice of it for dessert, especially today. I'm going to enjoy that today. But yeah, we are going to get it together and get going, and yeah, and I gotta tell you, I'm starving. I gotta go fix me some breakfast right now. Okay, guys, this angle is probably really, really lousy, and I apologize for that. The lighting is terrible. You're probably seeing my really messy laundry room with everything else back here, but anyways, we're gonna go with it because I'm a real person that lives in a real house. It is super dark outside, so the lighting is not the greatest. So yesterday, and I wanted to share this with you guys because you guys have been wanting to see low-calorie desserts and what I've been eating since I started on my diet. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Heidi. The reason for this channel being called Heidi's Home. I have lost 55 pounds. No, I am not on a GLP-1. I can't tell you how many times I've been asked that. No, I've just been doing low calorie, low carb eating, just staying away from all the junk and everything. But I'm human, and every once in a while I like a nice cup of coffee and a sweet treat because I'm normal. I'm a human and I'm a girl, and sometimes I have a bad day and I want a piece of chocolate or I want something sweet. So yeah, I'm just a normal person. So the first thing I did was make this up. This is the zero sugar yellow cake mix by Pillsbury. These are pretty inexpensive. And I will tell you that out of all of the zero sugar products, I have found that the yellow cake mix tastes like the regular, more so than any of the other. Now, I do like this brand's fudgy brownie. it tastes really good. But as far as the cakes are concerned, the zero sugar, the yellow cake mix is the bomb.com. So thank you, Pillsbury. Whatever you did here is excellent. And I appreciate it because I enjoy it. So last night I went ahead and made this cake up because it has to be cool, and I'll show it to you. Here's my cake. I made it up. And on top of this, I'm going to add in no sugar added pineapple tibbits on top. And I drained this because I didn't want the added calories. If you're not worried about that, add a little bit of the, the liquid or the juice off of it. I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to dump this whole can on top of this cake. And I have to say, there's a little bit of, a tiny bit of juice in there. I'm just going to use my handy dandy spatula to put this all about the cake. I love pineapple. I don't know if you guys are pineapple people, but I'm definitely pineapple people. Last night with my electric mixer, thank you, Mom. She gave me her old one. She bought her a new one for Christmas, but I don't care that it's the old one. I really wanted one, and it works perfect for the things that I need it for. So I made up vanilla pudding, and this is the kind, because I know you guys like to see this. It's the sugar-free vanilla pudding, just a Great Value brand, nothing fancy. We're going to blob it on here on top, and I just kind of do like little pats all through the cake, and then I try to, smooth it out the best that I can. This cake, I call it my spring cake, and there is obviously a fattening way to eat this. That's not sugar-free. That's not good for you. I've been making this cake a long time. I know you all have probably even seen me. This is sort of a go-to recipe around springtime, around Easter. So I'm gonna smear this or spread this or smooth this or however you want to put it all over the top of the cake, so that in each bite you get a little bit of that vanilla-y sweet pudding, which reminds me of an eclair, which is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Donuts and everything. My mother was sharing with me in where they live up in Morgantown, there's going to be a new donut shop open up. And that's very dangerous for me, a donut shop, especially when I'm trying to diet. Delicious. Then on top of that, we're going to put, hopefully we're going to put some sugar-free, zero sugar Cool Whip. This is not expensive either. I think it's like $1 something a thing. And I'm going to spread this out. And I don't know if I'll be able to get all of this on here. If I can't, I'll just refrigerate what I can't get on here. Now, I don't worry about the perfection, because after this sets up in the refrigerator, I'm going to top it with some chopped pecans. And that's going to be so good. Now, typically, I would use sweetened coconut. But because I don't want that added sugar, and I could probably use regular unsweetened coconut, but I'm just going to use pecans because we love nuts anyways, so it's all good. There we go. And sometimes whenever I make myself a zero sugar hot chocolate or anything like that, I use this, whatever's remaining, and I top it, or even just to kind of make my coffee a little special, I will top it with this. This has been my go-to since my diet journey started in July, because You get that sweetness. I am a pudding girl. If anybody's been watching me, you guys know I love pudding. I love eclairs. I love Bavarian cream, everything. And so Cool Whip has been my friend. Now, I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator, just like this. And while I'm at church today, all of that will marry each other. All those taste and everything. We'll top it with a few, cut up, chopped pecans and serve this as dessert with dinner today. And it's going to be glorious. My oatmeal just got done in the microwave. I'm starving to death. Well, not to death, but I'm starving. And I am ready for breakfast. I am a breakfast girly. Ever since I started my diet, I don't go without breakfast. And now after I have my coffee and I get my day started, I'm hungry and I'm ready to eat my breakfast. So we're going to get it. Okay, so my breakfast is ready. And this is what it looks like when it comes out. It's a half a cup of oatmeal. Do I eat anything expensive and fancy? Nope. This is the Quick Oats from Great Value. A lot of people have written me and said, I can't afford to be on a diet. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You don't have to make all these cringy diet foods that you see in all these videos. Now, some of them are really good and some of them I've even made. And I put the money, I feel like when I buy groceries, I put it where it means the most. So, if I am going to be on a diet journey, there are things that are inexpensive. Eggs are really inexpensive. I ate eggs every day. But ever since it got really cold outside, I just kind of fell into the spirit of oatmeal because I like it because it's warm and it warms me up. And ever since I've lost 55 pounds, I feel like I lost some of my stuffing to keep me warm this winter. But no, it does not have to be expensive. You see my grocery hauls. You see what I spend. And it does not have to be an expensive thing. Also, too, the other thing is recently, and I'm using I guess that's probably a tablespoon, of the Swerve. I'll show you the bag here. It is the Swerve brown sugar. Somebody said, this stuff is so expensive. Yes, it is, but I'm not eating this like a cup a day. I only eat a tablespoon a day, and I probably get a month and a half worth of oatmeals out of this one bag. And I do use it for other things too, if I need a sweetener. This is another thing that I have found that tastes like the real deal. That's why I like it. It tastes like the real deal. But this is 0 calories, 0 sugar. This is awesome and amazing. And I just put that in my oatmeal. I give it a good stir-worry. And you're probably going to ask me what kind of milk I use. I don't really, a lot of people probably don't know this, but I don't really like milk. When I made the pudding for the cake, I used 1% milk because I had that on hand. But I don't drink milk. I feel like it's a lot of lactose and things that people shouldn't even take in. But that's just me. You do you. But I don't even drink milk. I don't even miss milk because I don't like it. To be totally honest with you all, if it was not for the man that I'm married to, I wouldn't miss cheese either. But I'm just not a dairy girl. But because I'm married to him, he likes cottage cheese, which I do like cottage cheese, okay. I do keep a little thing of 1% open in my refrigerator. If I make pudding or anything like that, I use the 1%. Coffee creamer, I use the 0 sugar. This week I bought the Delight 0 sugar creamer, and it is caramel macchiato. I only have 1 cup of coffee a day. And I drink a ton of plain green tea and tons of water. I think yesterday I had about 80 ounces of water, and I can put that down with ease, especially since I got my new walking pad, which you'll see later on in this video because I'll be on it later on this evening. But absolutely love my new walking pad. Ronnie's been getting on it too every day. I should have bought it a long time ago. I really wanted one a long time ago. I should have bought it a long time ago. But anyways, here we go. Going to have breakfast and then we're going to go off to church. Thought I would show you really quickly. Here is my crock pot, my stew meat with all the seasonings in it. It's on low. I'm going to let this cook up, and then when I get home, I'll add all the goodies to it and let it simmer for a while on high, and then we'll be ready to eat. Now, everyone wants to see the man in my videos, so here he is.
Well, I'm all dressed up. I'm over here just relaxing before the
big event
shows up. It is nice and cold today.
The sun just popped out just a wee little bit. It's crazy. 1 minute it was really, really dark, and the next minute the sun popped out.
I'll tell you what, I'm praying for sun, and maybe I'll pray a little harder for it as we go to church, because I'd much rather see the sun.
I know, me too. Me too. Well, you got your new vest on that Mom got you for Christmas. Looks nice.
And thanks, Mommy Elaine, this is the warmest vest. And
it's really birdie.
It was so easy to get on. It ain't like
it's nice.
Some of them thin ones, that you can't.
You have a hard time getting it on.
You get your head in the wrong
You got a new flannel shirt
on.
Now you can stay warm for church.
Oh yeah.
I pulled my extra heavy coat out to wear today because it's really cold outside. It's windy too.
Yeah, I knew that there was a breeze, and I can tell the furnace is on, but it's still
it's cold.
A little chill to it.
I know it.
But I figure once that sun comes out, that'll
let's go to church.
All right.
Hi, everybody. I'm home from church. We had a wonderful service today, and now I'm going to finish my crock pot. So my meat is all done. It's all nice and flavored. It smells heavenly. I'm trying not to let you see clear down my dress. So I'm going to put in a can of diced tomatoes. What I do is usually I just fill this up until it's full. Now the diced tomatoes I do not drain. So I'm going to put that in. It's just a Great Value brand diced tomato. I'm going to add in a packet of the beef stew seasoning from Wally World. We love good old Wally World. I mean, what do we do before the day? However, I do miss the old grocery stores. Just seemed like everything was better then. I don't know. The bakeries were better. The smells in the stores was better. The selection was easier. It was nice. But there we go. Oh yeah, that smells really good. I'm going to put in a can of peas. One thing you'll notice about me is I utilize everything that I have when I cook. So whatever canned food I have, I'm going to use. So we're going to put in some peas. Good old American peas. I love peas. One of my kids loves peas. He would just open up a can of peas and warm it up in the microwave and eat them. Which I kind of thought was weird, but you know what? I'd rather him eat that than most other things. So I've got some Popeyes chopped spinach, because all the greens that we can handle is what we need to be eating. Greens are so good for you. They help build your iron and everything. So I'm going to put in a thing of green beans. And you don't have to drain your vegetables, but I do because there is a lot of sodium in cans. So I always drain mine. Got some carrots. Gotta have some good carrots. I got another thing of green beans because we love green beans in this family. Now let's see where we're at. Now you can add corn and potatoes, but I haven't been eating corn and potatoes. One thing is, I love corn, but unless it's really cooked down, I have a hard time. I know this is probably too much information, but I have a hard time digesting corn. But potatoes are obviously, in my opinion, very fattening, so I don't eat a lot of potatoes. I'm going to grab a few more vegetables, and we're going to get this loaded in. Put it on high. In fact, I'll do that now. Let this cook for a few more minutes, and then we'll be ready to eat dinner. I don't know if I'm going to make anything with it. We'll see. So I'm going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to go upstairs and change my clothes, and then come downstairs and decide if I'm going to actually make anything else with it. So I am checking in with you guys. I'm trying to hold my camera here. So it's been a little while. We ate dinner, and then we watched the Waltons, which you guys might think is funny. Because last year during the winter months, and let me tell you, last year winter was the pits. It seemed like we spent a winter at home. There were several days we got snowed in and got stuck. And I know we weren't alone in it, but we got stuck, and we decided that we'd watch all of Little House on the Prairie. And this year we're working on the Waltons. We are into season 6, and we're working on it. So we're getting through it. I don't know how many seasons there is in the Waltons, but we definitely enjoy that. So tonight we have church service again tonight. We have Bible study tonight. I do not dress. Most people do not dress up for Sunday night. Now tonight particularly, because after church, we are helping box up food items for the food bank that our church runs. And so we assist them in that and help them with bagging the food and getting it prepped to give away this week. So we'll be coming home a little bit late this evening, but we will be doing that. I'm drinking my green tea. I did not cut into my cake. We were super full after dinner, and I figure I will have a slice of cake when I get home from church this evening, and I will close this video out and edit it, try to get it uploaded. I tried to upload a video the other day, and honestly, it took me 3 tries to get it done. And I don't know why. It was so slow. I have no earthly clue why it took so long. I've never had any problems, so I don't know if they're working on things or what in my area that made a difference. But anyhow, I am going to drink the rest of my green tea. I have got about 30 minutes until our ride gets here. Ronnie's already dressed, but he's just reading a book upstairs until we have to walk out the door. I got hair in my eye. I pulled my hair up into a ponytail tonight because of the fact that we'll be boxing the food, and it's just so much easier to not have your hair in your face. So I'm gonna drink my green tea, which is wonderful. I do not know if it's an addiction or what, but it is my newfound love. And when it's cold, I can't seem to get enough. I just drink the Great Value green tea. I don't know if you guys can even see that tea bag right there, but that's all it is. It's nothing fancy. Super cheap. I drink about 4 or 5 of these on a very cold day. I love it. And I do think it has helped me a great deal in my weight loss, because instead of turning to like food, just make me a cup of this and it satisfies me. Because I think 9 times out of 10, we think we're hungry or we need a snack or we're trying to grab food when really we're thirsty. So I am going to make sure my purse is ready to go, and we're going to go out the door here shortly. And yes, it's time to get out there again.